And here's another project we got for South African transcription of what are they doing here?
This is very exciting. I'm going to read a little excerpt of an email that I received from our good friend of the show, Brendan Argent, in Cape Town, South Africa. He wrote, first of all, he compliments us on the show and says it's very inspiring, yada yada, to DJs in Cape Town. Thank you, Brendan.
Oh, wow, we get out there?
We get worldwide. This internet goes everywhere. Did you know that?
I think I do this every show. I go, oh, wow, more than just the two of us listen?
I know. Should I be terrified that other people are listening? I don't know. I'm inspired. I'll go with inspiration. Okay, from Brendan's email, I thought I'd share a project we are working on at the moment called Echoes of Sophiatown. There's a bit of a backstory, but the short version is that in the 1930s, the big band music from the USA resonated in South Africa in a big way. With a lot of parallels in terms of structural racism and oppression, the music was taken up in places like Sophiatown, in parentheses, which became known as Little Harlem, end parentheses, as a banner for freedom and a chance to dance. Sadly, very little of the music has survived, but we have been collecting what we can find in various archives, record collections, and libraries, and it's amazing. The aim of the project is threefold. Number one, to find, transcribe, perform, and record some of the best tracks. Number two, to research and present the stories of the musicians and bands. Number three, to collect, commission, and exhibit artwork in tribute to the musicians of the time. We'll be running a crowdfunding campaign through Indiegogo in September to make this project possible. A similar model to the Chick Web campaign from Michael Gamble and Company. So I hope that gives you a little bit of an idea of the scope and intent of this project. It sounds pretty exciting. Starting on September 8th, the link will become live, and hopefully by then the podcast will be out. And once it's live, I will update the show notes so you can go there to find the exact Indiegogo campaign link, and I'm sure it's going to be all across Facebook as well. Super exciting. You know, there's going to be the ability to pre-order the album that they're going to be recording. So I'm sure Brendan's got a top-notch group of South African musicians who are going to be performing these tracks. To give you a little taste of what they're going to be doing, he sent me a link to some of the musicians that they've discovered and are going to be transcribing and recording tracks by. One of which is by Dolly Rathaby and the African Ink Spots, and the the track is. So this is the recording by her, and this is Unomeva. Let's hear a little clip.
Ndizokwenza nombi kangaka, ndizokwenza nombi kangaka, ndizokwenza nombi kangaka, ndizokwenza nombi kangaka, walelo mtana, tachengomeva, haingomeva, itolofi, walelo mtana, tachengomeva, haingomeva, itolofi.
That's neat.
I'm going to be really excited to hear these recordings, Spuds. I know in the past we've talked about different contemporary African artists like the Cool Crooners of Bulawayo, which this reminds me of that they do a contemporary version of the sound. And it also reminds me of that collection of, I think it was late 50s recordings of the Township Jazz and Jive collection. There was a couple tunes we used to DJ.
Oh yeah, that reminded me of that.
So I'm wondering if I'm kind of excited. That sounds like they're going to be going back even further into the archives of South African jazz, and I cannot wait. Sign me up, Brendan, at least to get a pre-purchase of that the album you're going to be recording. I fully support this project, and please make sure you check back in the show notes once this goes live so you can support this in September. Thanks so much, Brendan, for cluing us into this wonderful project. Congratulations.
That's terrific.